for visiting the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe and click the bell icon to be notified of future videos.
Hey folks, Dan Ryan here for our third review of the day, and for this one we're looking at this Leo Jaymz Headless Guitar, which accounts for the very short box. I was looking at the box. It says keep dry, which sounds reasonable. Handle with care, that certainly sounds reasonable. No treading. Basically means don't walk on it.
Right.
Okay, well, that's probably good advice for almost any freight. Try not to walk on it if you can avoid it.
Unless it's flooring.
Yeah, or a step ladder. So, looks like we might be able to just do one side of this box and pull it out.
Remind me to sharpen your knife for you before you go. It'll only take a minute.
It's plenty sharp, but cellophane tape has its own kind of characteristics. Let's see what we get here. Well, looks like you're getting a box in a box in a box.
Ah. That was in a really big box. It was in such a strange shaped box. I actually videotaped it to make certain that it was a guitar.
It's not wanting to come out of this box.
Here, let me give you a hand. Oh, kicking the camera. Try to get stuck over here.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness.
Man, it does
Hey.
have a-
It's in a case. It didn't say it had a case, so. As a matter of fact, in the comments and questions, it said it did not have a case. So, lucky me. Yay, case.
Well, because these are meant to be kind of travel guitars, and you don't have something to put it in. You're kind of SOL trying to travel with one. You can't just carry a guitar around the airport very much. So here it is, and
Looks like there's stuff in the bag.
there's a cord and an Allen wrench and another Allen wrench.
Oh, and on this one, make sure you check
Yeah, well,
for the little
yeah,
tool. I don't think it has one though. I think it's got knurled knobs that are pretty easy, probably. They look pretty easy. I don't know.
Well, the other one, I did find that little thing. I think I mentioned it looks kind of like the tiniest crank for a Model T
Right.
that you can imagine. But on a dark stage, I don't know.
Just keep going from the bottom. But there we go. There we go. So much for that.
So, okay, the finish on this is very pretty. It's a very dark green with a kind of a black sunburst along the edges. Says Leo Jaymz right there.
See what I'm talking about as far as the tuner?
Yeah, these tuners look like they're going to be pretty easy to use. It's got a 3-position switch.
Blade style.
It also has the kind of double skunk stripe. This one is very muted, though. I don't know if this is actually a skunk stripe or just, well, there does appear to be a different color wood in the middle, but then it has these 2 black pinstripes down the sides of that. I don't know if you can see the way the finish is marbled, but it's very interesting.
It's called a burl finish, but on the pictures online, it didn't appear as dark as it is. I really like the way it does look, and I've seen a burl finished Leo Jaymz Headless Guitar that was like in a brown, but as you tilt it that way, you can see on the top there's more green, burl finish than it appears when it's just flat.
Yeah.
It's got a kind of iridescence to the finish. It's pretty
got a
cool.
24 fret neck.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, here's the 12th, and the two more dots. That would be 24.
Right.
It does have some very sharp edges on the frets, starting around the 15th, 17th, something like that. These actually could use some dressing. They're pretty sharp. These seem to be okay. But starting right here, so it's about the 15th fret. Yeah, they're.
What do we need to do that now, or
No.
or are you able to continue?
No, I'll be able to play it. But, so there you have it. I was telling Leo there was a line of guitars in the '80s called Steinberger, and they were about as minimal as you can get. They were basically just a black rectangle, very narrow rectangle, and a neck like this. That was it, with some knobs on it.
They're still around.
Yeah, you can go on reverb.com and look them up. And, they were probably great for touring musicians because you really could easily just walk on the plane with one, and so you have your axe with you all the time. When I was touring around, I had a copy of a Mesa Boogie amp in a big old road case. The thing weighed probably 100 pounds, at least 100 pounds, and the baggage handlers did not like it. So we flew to Minnesota one day to do a gig. I took the top of my road case off, and the amp itself was red oak. It's beautiful, very thick red oak with wood screws about yay long holding the top on. Took the top of the road case off, and the top of the amp came off with it. The only way I could think of that they could have broken it that way so evenly was to hold it upside down about 5 feet off the ground and just drop it. After that, I got a tiny little Galleon Kruger amp that was about as big as a shoebox that I could carry on in a shoulder bag. So, because you don't want to show up at the gig and have no amp. So it's a bad thing for an electric guitarist. So there you have it. It's the Leo Jaymz Headless Guitar. And we're going to stop now and tune it up and go through the pickups. And we'll be right back. Thanks. Hey folks, Dan Ryan. For this episode, we are looking at this Leo Jaymz Headless Guitar in this very attractive dark green flame finish.
It's called a burl finish.
Burl finish. Good news and bad news about the tuning. These tuners actually work without any separate device that you gotta go find or anything like that. But these little bridge pieces, the strings can kind of jump out of them, and they.
Would you show that to the camera?
See these little kind of circular bridge pieces. Part of this is just, if you've played a regular guitar for so many years, you got to switch hands to tune this. So generally, the regular guitar, I'm just using my right hand and my left hand to use the tuners. For this, I got to use my left hand to play the string and my right hand to do the tuners, and so it's not as comfortable as it might be. Anyway,
I guess that's one of the many issues that you might have playing a headless guitar, depending on the guitar.
Yeah, well,
In other words, the other one had its issues. This one's got its issues.
I will say that
one had its issues.
I will say that we've done 3 headless guitars now,
Right.
and each one has been a little better than the last one.
Okay.
These tuners are kind of interesting because looks like there's a spring inside here, and the little knob at the end of each string kind of slides into a receptacle, and that's probably one of the reasons it's easier to tune. But it's a very interesting design. But in terms of just being able to tune up, this is by far the easiest one that we've had. So we've tuned it up, and let's hear how the pickups sound. Oh, 14. Sorry. Gunter, here you go. That sucker rang for a long time. So let's see. Here is the neck pickup. And here's both pickups. Action is a little bit high on this. Not horrible, but the Les Paul and the Telly that we did, the Fireflies, just the same session today.
That doesn't look like it doesn't appear to be the same type of adjustment like Bridge Saddle's adjustment to lower the bridge, the action on the bridge. as it would be on, every other guitar that's not a headless guitar.
Yeah. Not exactly sure what you do.
No.
Uh,
I think we leave it there. We leave it right there.
yes. Yeah. For the moment. It looks like there could be a section that's kind of shimmed that might be adjustable somehow. But we're not going to take it apart today and figure that out. So, we're almost done, and we're going to get done. So and here is the bridge pickup. And it's already drifted out of tune a little bit. And man, that bridge pickup is really harsh sounding. So there you have it.
And this guitar was $179.99.
Okay.
A really good deal for a guitar. And it wasn't supposed to have a gig bag, but it does.
Well, there you go. So, but wait, there's more.
There's a rubber band.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, free rubber.
Free band.
Absolutely free rubber. How could you beat that? Okay, so as I said, it's already drifted out of tune somewhat. So we're going to retune one more time and pick something to play, and we'll be right back. Thanks. Hey folks, today we're looking at this Leo Jaymz Headless Guitar. We've already looked at the appearance and tried out the pickups, and now we're going to play a little something for you. And this time it's from Elevated Jam Tracks, and it's called the Deep Punchy Ballad Guitar backing track in B minor. So here we go.
I hope it's deep and punchy.
So there you have it. The Leo Jaymz Headless Guitar. Action's a little bit high, but certainly playable, I think.
Sounded like it.
Yep. And, you know, with just a little bit of tweaking, this would be a really nice guitar. You know, if you wanted to just have something to take with you on vacation or something and didn't want to pay extra or buy a new seat or something. So, and it's quite stout. You know, it doesn't feel like a tinny or chintzy guitar. It feels like a real guitar. So there you have it. Green's one of my favorite colors for a guitar, so I like the way this looks. And I'm Dan Ryan. Leo Ryan's behind the camera. We hope that you will like and subscribe. Click the bell icon to be notified of our future videos. And that's about it for today. And we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.